A KIP tip. Oh. There's what's known as the full 30% tax credit. Don't delay. Yeah. Mhm. Your system must be placed in service on December 31st of 2019, according to the tax code. Yes. Now, it looks like there's been a lot of support for these renewable energies. Yeah. hmm Could you put in quotation renewable dash energy? Yeah. Quotation mark RENEWABLE. Then there's a hyphen there. Yeah. ENERGY. I'm going to want to know every tax credit available to myself and the various businesses that I like to start. Yes. And then I was thinking about this solar roof technology. Yes, where I'm able to produce electricity because of the use of solar film. Yeah. hmm And the thought was, well, how much does an actual generator require in electricity to be able to turn the generator? Yes. See, let's say I had enough electricity to power a generator. Yes. That produced electricity. Is it possible that in a solar roof technology type of situation, yes, or maybe hot roof technology where I'm using desalinated salt, a 110 current going through the hot roof, that the amount of electricity necessary to power an electric generator, the generator itself would produce more electricity than the electricity necessary to power it? Now, you wouldn't think so. No, you wouldn't think so. But every time I start thinking about these converters and direct current, yes, I I have this want to increase what's known as alternate current. hmm hmm So when I look at these green renewable tax credits, yeah, and I looked at that direct current that you were deciding that you were going to do, yes, my thought was, well, why don't you give me all the known electric generators that if you used electricity to generate electricity, do any of the electric generators produce more electricity than the necessary amount of electricity to turn the actual generator itself? Yes. Now, it's possible, okay, when I'm looking at how to make money, that to support 10,000 children, because I like to conceive 4 children a day, and for all of you who are married that would come to work, there's only one requirement that you would introduce to me that new way of greeting one another where you actually have to use your breasts. But that doesn't mean that there's not volunteers to help you come to work every day. Now, the thought was, yes, that as women greet themselves in my office and you decide to sew the electric current into their physical sexual nerve endings, it influenced the sensitivity of the individual breasts of women. Now, I know there's this agreement for every married employee in my office that I would not have sexual relations with you. No, wouldn't do it. There is no requirement to have coitus with me while employed in my office. In fact, if you went home every night and you decided that you weren't going to have sex with your husband, no. As an employer, I can't tell you how often that you should have sex with your spouse. No. But you could come to find out multiple times a day in my office how good it is to work with Paul and all the volunteers and employees in the office. You might find a great amount of sexual satisfaction in working in his office. For all those very attractive professional women, them triple D or larger, that wouldn't like to greet one another while employed. My thought is if you came to work twice a day, take a little lunch break, you could be so much happier working with me and all the employees in my office, knowing that as soon as you go home, you dislike the individual that you live with. Yes.